Hello and welcome to finals of the Umberdeep. This is Revolution. I'm on black, red, mid-rangey kind of stuff. My opponent's on green, black, rock. Fortunately top seeds, so we'll be able to be on the play. Generally not too unhappy with this matchup. I think my cards line up reasonably well into my opponents. They have a lot of nasty stuff that I don't really want to deal with physically or emotionally, I guess is the way I'd put it. But game one, they don't have too much stuff I'm worried about, but I will need to generate some advantage early to kind of put pressure on them, make sure I can punish them being a bit slower than I am, as well as make sure I can fully utilize my advantage of being on the play. Goes 6. We'll be playing Alihan on 2. Does make it a bit of removal bait, but does do a lot if it is not immediately good. That more sure that I want to play Alihan on 2. Because Alihanas do stack reasonably well. With the removal is instant speed. Yeah, Fatal Flaw is an instant, so if they do have one, then identity. I get to choose. So I think there's kind of obviously there's two choices, either Hangman or Alihana. I think I'm inclined to just go Hangman. They don't have that many answers to Alihana. I think I want to try and emphasize that a bit in game one. If I didn't have the second Hangman, I probably would have discarded Elhana in case I didn't draw a land, but I did have the second, and I do hit the land. I do I Glana or do I Hangman? I think I Glana here. They don't really have the answers to it. Puts a bit more pressure on them, as well as make sure I'm kind of ahead of them in terms of answering their threats. And I do feel like I'm in a pretty excellent spot here. Feels like they have a lot of catching up to do. They don't have the fastest clock, so they definitely can catch up, but having a good answer to the first play, as well as taking clock and whatnot, a lot. Yeah, this is double discard spell, because it is feasible. Guess I could have thought about that a bit harder. Thought it was, guess the other one. That's just a 2 for 1, because, I mean, I guess you do get to choose. Still, a meditation. How do I feel about meditation? So, they do have a Wrath on 5. -2/-2 Wrath. I think I'm inclined to play Hangman here. Also feel inclined to just leave Honor on 2 and not downtick. I think there's a reasonable argument for downticking, but I don't think I want to go that route. Meditation better than Hangman. I think I'm gonna go with Hangman, but I could see that being wrong. They do have a sack on 4 and attack regardless. I think I'm convinced that can be convinced that the edict, the 4-mana FTK, Plain Tongue Cavu edict kind of thing, meditation better here. Also, weapons of life a little bit more, so it's pretty hard for them to do much. If I do get them down to 4, then Alihana is gonna Thoughtseize them. I don't quite see how they're gonna stop me from getting them down to 4. Yep. So here's the ETB edict and the removal spell. I guess I don't have that much damage board, but should be fine. See, so this is 5 damage. They've probably taken another 4 off Alihana. That's 9. I think the line here is that I expect a Wrath 5. Play around that, I play Hangman and hold up 2 mana. Makes sense. Fortunately, I don't have a hasty threat, but just make sure there's nothing weird going on. So, divide, fetch, grabbing, comp, Hangman, and so they do have a Finish Steed type card deck. So if they do play that and immediately crack it, I can crack the Raise Light. We'll still have Glana, and then I can Alihana, and that should be good. And then if they have the -2/-2 sweep on 5 mana, also a Pot of the Glade, Mana Flare? Mana Flare, but only for you. Don't know what that effect is called. There's Handiwork. Not too much I can do about that. I guess them holding it does get a bit annoying, but I always crack station here. A real reason to pull it up, hopefully. Then, yeah, not really much to do here. And force them to crack it. And now, I just go play both. No real reason not to. Oh, I can take lands. Obviously no reason to take a land here, but it is kind of funny. I guess maybe there's an argument that I take more land because they can cycle it, but seems kind of sketchy. And I don't think they have any outs here. And they did draw a spell. That's maybe an out. Yeah, I don't have any responses. I think Fencing Master's lethal here. Did draw this card, which does have a graveyard ability, but doesn't have any other graveyard abilities, and that they have nothing in hand. I guess I can read this. Let's get haste. I can just in and game one. And my game crashed. So let's back in and get into sideboarding. Green is still recording, which is good. So good here. So Ferocious Flame, let's start with it, let it out. I don't think it's silly that's worst in this matchup, but it's definitely not great. It is a kind of decent filler card. Oblivion Shards on the draw seems bad. Don't think I can put enough pressure that that's going to be good. It is a bit of a, I think it's, even the play, I think it's a bit of a gut shot, a bit optimistic. They don't really have that many Answers Planeswalkers, so Gozani seems good. I don't think they have any Grave Hate either, which is something. And I do think that they're going to be signing in a lot of Creature Hate on top of the Creature Hate they already have. So Gozani makes sense to me. The Blacklist is, I think they have too many cards I like can't really deal with. Yeah, but Blacklist, I mean, Answering Handiwork is something. Handiwork's the type card. So they don't actually have any answers to Blacklist deck besides Handiwork. Oh, I convince myself that Blacklist is good here just because it answers Handiwork. God, maybe I have. Can't imagine they're siding in Reclamation Sage. Just make sure that I'm not crazy. And it is like, God, really side this in just for Handiwork. Put it on the board. Sword I think is good here. A bit slow, but manage. What do you side in my manland? Which seems good here. I think sliding in the manland when signing Gozani is generally a plan. Meditation, I could take a leave. Dog Raider, I could take a leave. I'm fine with the meditation. Answers the Edict, but is pretty bad into a decent amount of my opponent's cards. I'll go with a dog. Don't mind Hangman. Definitely not great, but Hazlet might be better than Hangman. I could be convinced on that. Hangman does attack into alternate static well. Oh, no, I'll keep it as is. Try this out. Will be on the draw. Definitely not siding. We'll have to mulligan this. Double Blacklist. 5 3-drops. Yeah. I guess I should mention that the Nat Vines or whatever does get stolen by Romantic, so and that's why I'm keeping it in. It's just keepable. I can Blacklist Handiwork and then, like, something else. Honor's good in this matchup. I guess I'm bothering a Romantic if I do this. I think I'm willing to try this. It's definitely pretty sketchy, but actually, maybe I'll bottom Radiant. But on the draw, there's a decent chance I find 2-drop. Decent chance I find the third land too. The third land. And does kind of go down the drain if they do Masterwork on 3. Not going to be putting enough pressure to force them to crack the Masterwork. Man is a good draw. This turns into a 4-4 if they have plans. Play. I'm playing something on 3, which hate to see it. Masterwork. Static. It's fine. Yeah, Glono it. Glono it. That's another one of those cards that, like, why does it do so much? Why does it hit permanents? Never quite understood that. Feels like it should, even if it only hit lands, it'd be pretty absurd. So how do I not lose this game? Very possible I've already lost, because Static's pretty silly. They are getting up to 5 mana next turn, which is a lot of things. I don't think I want to make a call on any particular thing, just because it's most things beat me. If I just play Blacklist here, I think I do have to play Glana and attempt to put some pressure down. Playing out the aesthetic also prevents their, whatchamacallit, strategying, or whatever you call it. The mill 4 game 4 they played last game. Because that does have an attack trigger. If I can untap and not think I've lost the game immediately, I think I'm in a reasonable spot, but I don't think it's, I wouldn't be too surprised if I draw my card and concede, because, yeah, it's working so good. 3 mana, static. I suppose I can blacklist anything they grab here if it's a spell they don't immediately play. So that wouldn't be too bad. Feast of Crows, which is utterly unreasonable. I don't know how the hell that got printed. I guess I can blacklist it, which thing. They still have 2 land drops. Oh no, they only have 1 left. List. Gone, sure. I love completely ignoring combat. Favorite thing to do in standard. Forward. Guess I always just go blacklist, Feast of Crows, anonymize 1 pass. I think there's any logic in keeping Glon around. Really hate hitting missing land drops here, but it is what it is. They have like 3 Feast of the Crows in hand, and I mize them out. I'm kind of in the spot where I need them to have like nothing, because they have what? Gift of the Deadwoods is almost active. Romantic does actually kind of answer it on defense, so answer its defensive utility, I guess. Does I'm just gonna kill. So yeah, so let's optimize my opponent, because I don't really feel interested in playing against those cards again. Sword, feel about sword. Blacklist. Blacklist is like fine, I guess. Raider, and but I like raise that with shards. That's enough reason to decide another raise that in. I guess I swap into a bit more an aggressive plan. That makes sense. I want both blacklists. But I just like can't beat Feast of the Crows ever, right? I guess I need to keep them in. And I slide out a Radiant, I guess. Gozani, I think Gozani's good, fine. They don't have great answers to walkers. The into Alihana, I'm on board. Don't really need to see much else. I'm really not. I was about to say not most exciting habit. All the hands in this deck are really unexciting. Okay, so new divide tapped means that there's no Twilight Ambush. Yep, take a pain from Alihana. See if they have answer to it. Dog Raider's Menace is pretty nice here, because it will be able to attack through stuff like Common, 2-drop, as well as Ardent Aesthetic. This passes back. Probably means a removal spell. Here, I ever go a Radiant? I don't think I'm ever crystallizing the counter onto Aliana. I think that's a bit foolish to do that, so I will just attack first. You decide to Twilight Ambush. Interesting. I guess they're not. I guess if I play another Aliana, they're fine with that. So do I want a Radiant and lead away some of these lands, or just Dog Raider? I'm gonna Radiant. See if I can maybe find a Gozani on 4. It's a bit awkward because I want to discard both the lands. I guess do you think I want to be playing Cold Vehicles here? Is what I want to keep. Do you think I'm discarding both the lands? Got 2 lands. So I guess in that case I'm putting a counter Radiant. I really do have the second Radiant to put a counter on it as well if I need to. I'll just put a counter on it. They don't have second Twilight Ambush, which is good. They have an aesthetic on 3. Have been pretty nice to have drawn a Whirlwind Romantic, but I did not. The Swamp. Oh, yeah, this is pretty bad. I guess I go Fields or Radiant again. Yes, Gone is unreasonable. I guess I could put another count on the Radiant. That's not too unreasonable. But I think it's probably better to just Radiant here. Do want to be looting away these lands. Look, Gozani finally. Gozani's good. What am I doing with this Pistolize? I think I'm putting a counter. I'll put a counter on the bigger one so I can get an attack through here. Does mill them a little bit, but probably worth the damage. If this is relevant. I guess it does activate the Feast of Crows or whatever, but it is what it is. Never really gonna be able to stop Feast of Crows. God face down. Deadwoods. It is pretty close to being online. Don't actually hit anything. Hello, Gozani. Huh. I guess I always just attack first. Attacking first. No reason ever to not attack first. Then I'll decide if I want to play Dog or Gozani afterwards. I might just Gozani, but could potentially be Dog. Yeah, I think the second Gozani makes it not too much of a choice. Fatal Flaw, Gozani, get more card types. More card types. Nice. Still haven't found a Whirlwind Romantic to do with this gone. Goes straight for the attack. I mean, that's fine. Really care about counters on Gozani. This is potentially lining up a sweeper, I guess, but don't especially care. 5 mana, good. Is lit. I think I always just go crack Gozani, -3, going for 8. I do have like a ridiculous amount of mana, but not much I can do about it. They did take back Snapvines, the gift. They do have Snapvines in hand. On tap. Yeah, good to know. Is there anything else reasonable I can do here? Good dog, I guess. Kakozani, dog, bracelet. Don't love how, might be better, because they do just play big Snapvines with a lifelink. Dog does switch me closer to a romantic, so it gets me more lands, which is not, so that's that. Romantic, there's Blacklist, there's Fan. Romantic is definitely a good hit, but I don't have a land for it. I guess I always just play Hangman. God, not having a land there is bad. Pretty done, unfortunate. I always play Hangman over Bracelet. Dog does have Menace, which is good. I guess maybe this line was bad just because I need to play Romantic maybe afterwards. I need to hit Romantic plus land. These cards don't have that good a synergy. We have 12 mana. Hacking with this. Block here? Not right. I always just take this. I don't know what this really is representing, even. I guess a deed, my best guess. Really clear. I guess I had plenty of mana, so wasn't super mad on their end, but yeah, there's handiwork. Popping handiwork immediately. Okay. Didn't know they have Snapvines in hand, right? Do they have anything else weird? I guess I just go to combat. You just decide to pop before attacks. Don't think it makes sense to pop the court. So do I dog or do I dog plus Raislet? I can just go Zanny. Snapvine. This is like a pretty huge Snapvines. I think I'm gonna go with the dog plus Raislet. Slow rolling this Gozani might end up getting me, but I think this makes more sense. Because they have Snapvines, right? Yeah. I'm gonna make the line that makes most sense. Snapvine. Living Shard is definitely what I was looking for. Because dog having Menace means that it will be able to hack through a Snapvines and like Living Shards it. I don't have a lot of cards I need them not to have, but do have a little bit more of a chance now. They also just have like a lot of damage upside. I guess I just have like, I don't have lethal, right? But dog is 3, Raislet is 3, and then Shards is 2. So if they don't have an answer to this dog, then I feel like I'm in the clear. Yeah, I'm pretty ecstatic about that. X equals 10 is pretty irrelevant. Very glad this doesn't have haste. Yeah, but I've answer dog having Menace being glorious. That means that fine here. I'm definitely playing Shards. Does my life matter? I can't imagine it does. I guess I'm playing this new searching for Swamp. Now am I going Oblivion Shards? I guess I do Oblivion Shards all modes, right? That seems like it makes the most sense. Play Alihanna. All modes, stacking a mountain, I guess. And then might as well play out Alihanna. Yeah, I guess I play it. Hold on. Actually it's better to crack it. Is my sequencing. I guess that forces them to spend 5 mana on this. I guess they do have other life gain. I guess the out is masterwork. So I think I just crack it. That's my head. I don't think I play Alihanna here. Mana. Like, yeah, I guess that is so. This should give me be lethal. Gono works too, I guess. Trade going on, and he does 2, and that is the game. Wow, Living Shards gonna work there. Yeah, I guess them just missing the dog grader having menace is what got me there. That was also the first time I've cast Oblivion Shards this entire Chiefy, despite having 3 main deck, which is wild. I mean, it was pretty good that game. Did win me the game. Think I don't know how it works out if I go for the down tick Gozani line. I think it's probably losing because Masterwork was answer my board, right? That'll leave me with not much. They can they had the mana to pop Masterwork for 4, 2. I don't know. I think that's still weird because I think every deck I played against is better than mine. But I mean, I did win every match, so I mean, I guess it works out. Is did require a couple of punts from my opponents, getting pretty lucky in general. But yeah, I guess I did win. Felt relatively all about my trust in the game 3, even though definitely needed to get my opponent to not only forget about Menace on the creator, but I think they also just got a bit lucky. Like, God, then there's also, but Ability Shards also made them just put on Ascetic. Crazy. But Ascetic could have found them. But I guess Ascetic doesn't do that much. They needed to answer the board state as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's very wild. Alejandro's pretty good. Radiant is actually worse than I thought. That looked a lot crazy when I first looked at it. Radiant is pretty crazy. Master's very, very good. I drew a lot of 10-1 fencing masters this GP for only having 2. Hangman's I don't even know if I ever activated the Dare for 1 Hangman. Romantic was sometimes good. Quaslet was pretty. Quaslet might have been the best performing call in deck, weirdly. I guess Alejandro was. Quaslet was pretty good. I got -2 Galana like twice. They played against creatureless decks all the time. Oh yeah, I don't know. Definitely don't think I should have done that. I guess let's look at the replays. Get them up. Because I'm definitely curious about a few spots in that game. I mean, that game 3 especially, there's a lot of points where my lines didn't seem to banner, but maybe could have. I mean, my opponent's mentioning in the Discord that ways that meditation messed up the Quartz Maker altitude. Meditation is really good into the sky. So the bricks the ETB, and they stay at the 3-2s, but here's one of the reasons I liked meditation, even though the rest of the deck kind of wrecks it, so it is. Replay. Yeah, I mean, at this point, yeah, I guess this might be when my opponent's talking about, mainly because Quartz Maker just wrecks this, then, oops. Oh wait, no, I played Hangman. Oh, my opponent decided to handiwork this board. So Quartz Maker it. Wait, missing something here? Quartz Maker win here? I feel like a 4-4. I'm not seeing how I went through a Quartz Maker here. They just decide to handiwork. I'm not sure what they're playing around here. Because 2 Snapvines, but the 2 Quartz Makers block the Raider. And if they did realize it had Menace. I'm missing. I just forced something through here. They forced to sack the enchantment. I mean, I guess they like probably are still winning. Like the thing, the Snapvines here is just it's definitely just them not realizing Menace happened because they wouldn't get the life gain. Fortunately for me, they didn't realize it. Yeah, I'm just surprised that Maker didn't come down this board. Now, at this point, game is pretty over because I get a bunch of value here. I have a bunch of burn. I guess I could have discarded Quartz Maker. No, I guess it doesn't really matter what they have here. I'm more surprised at the handiwork here than anything. Don't think there's much going on in game 2. Yeah, I'm not winning this game. Aesthetic is good. Game 1. Game 1, I guess. Yeah, they kept a pretty darn slow hand. I guess they won 6, so fair enough. But yeah, they just don't have any plays that affect the board first couple turns, and that is not good. Handiwork is kind of nuts, though. Deed is a famous card for a reason. Did me holding up Freezelet here actually matter? It did, right? Like, if I played Alihana here, I think I lose. Yeah, I think I lose if I played Alihana, though, which is wild. Really wasn't any reason to play Alihana, but amount of weakness, definitely not unreasonable to do so. Play out your cards when you have them, right? Oh wait, no, what I'm talking about, like, there's an early hand in play. Wait, no, my board got wiped here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, do manage to pick up the win. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at the Guzani line. Here. Yeah, if I don't Guzani here, I lose on the spot. Because I go Guzani, hit them down 6, and then they untap. And Quartz Maker, both the Guzani tokens. Yeah, I win that even more cleanly than otherwise, because that's 6, the Quartz Maker, both the tokens. I still have a Gozani in play. I have enough. I guess I go Quartz Maker plus Handiwork. There's no reason not to. So, they go down to 6, and then I uptick Gozani, and they go to 4. But I have no board state. I guess I have kind of a board state. I think maybe I made the mistake here. So I was regretting that a little bit. They go down to, yeah, so what? They go down to 6. My board dies to go to 4. Raise lit. Threatens to put them to 1. The snap, yeah, but I think I end up losing if I go for the double Gozani line. Because the snap vines, not snap vines. Maker plus handiwork. In my board, the Maker has trample, 6 points. So even if I play Raider plus Razelet, that's only 4 points of toughness. They can always clear the Gozani, and then they can handiwork away the Raider plus Razelet, or whatever I play. If I just play Razelet, then they go down to 1. I need to top deck another Razelet, and if I don't, then the jungle is going to put me out of range. The jungle plus Snapvines is going to put me out of range. I guess worked out, though, did require my opponent to misplay in at least one spot. Yeah, that is goes. We'll definitely. I don't always play perfectly. Would have still had decent shots because I just went for. I have decent. If I just went for Razelet here, double Gozani, they go down 6, uptick 4, Razelet crack 1. Yeah, I guess does drawing another Razelet get me out of it? I don't think so. Because I guess drawing another Razelet does get me out of it. But then depending on how they play, they can jungle, which gets them to 3 because they crack the Masterwork and then Snapvines. Does that give them enough to jungle? Not right. 10 mana. They have to play small Snapvines. So I need to draw specifically Razelet on one turn. And if they don't jungle, then each Oblivion Shards is also out. Let's go Zani's also out. One that goes down left. I guess actually Glana's also out. Yeah, so this line actually gives me a fair amount of outs. I'll be too unhappy about that. I think that's probably enough post-game analysis in this. But thanks for listening.